Hello everyone! Let me start by saying that hooded eyes are not bad eyes, they just require different technique for makeup application. I have two different hooded eyes myself, it's normal, just try to keep a balance. Let's get started. There are two types of eye pencils, plastic, which has a gel texture, and wood, which has a wax texture. Use a wax pencil to have enough time for blending. I will use a gel for a waterproof and long-lasting result. Look down, press your fingertip against the skin and stretch it upwards. Apply the eye pencil to the upper waterline, filling in the gaps between your lashes. Make sure to use firm movements with the complete control over your eye. I've seen girls who do this with their eyes closed and very quickly, and it looks really professional. But if you are a beginner, it's best to skip this method of applying pencil, as it could be painful and messy, resembling a rock star grunge look. Otherwise, you might cry, causing smudging around your eyes. My big recommendation: don't tickle your eye, press harder the pencil. Wiggle the pencil a few times, then give yourself time to blink before repeating the process. I definitely may recommend to avoid applying a long thick line with a dull pencil. Instead, create a thin line that fills this small space without making the hooded eye look heavier. First of all, sharpen your pencil. Lay down the lid and make short movements from the center of your eyes towards the outer corners. Find the highest point of your eye while looking straight ahead. Make the line wider at this point to lift it up as they start to droop. Let's recap. Look straight, use a sharp pencil, identify the highest point of your eyes, relax your eyebrows, slightly widen the outer corners. Avoid touching your eyes with the pencil, as it will irritate them. Also, don't turn the waterline inside out too much. Chin down, look straight ahead, slightly tickle your waterline, slow down, blink and press firmly with the pencil. Look at these naked gaps between lashes using the wrong technique. Choose the right shape and size for your type of eyes. Of course, you can blend it with the fingertips if you are not a beginner. I prefer use a small flat brush to create a smoky line around the eyes. I start from the outer corner and move inwards in zigzag motions. Next, follow the lower lash line to make your eyes look larger and more foxy. The foxy eye is perfect if you have large rounded eyes. Important: clean the brush if you notice any dirty marks or uneven blending to remove excess product before returning to blend the edges. By the way, using the fingertips is often easiest for cleaning. Please avoid using this strange sponge for blending. They can be painful and ineffective. Do you see how sharp this sponge is? Don't use an oversized brush, it won't create any gradient or an umber effect, only dirty smudges around your eye that could give you a panda effect. Let's revise. Look straight, chin up, use the right size brush, clean the brush with a kitchen towel or tissue, clean everything beneath your low lash line. I have very little lid space, especially in the early morning, so I definitely can recommend adding some sparkles in this area to create more space. I'm going to use an olive palette, not too boring like casual brown, a beige shade for framing, a dark shade for depth, a golden light shade for accent like in the inner corner, a matte olive shade for blending on extra skin or smoky eyes or blending eyeliners, and a colorful sparkling for a special occasion. I will begin with a light brown eyeshadow. Look how beautiful and smooth it is. Don't forget to dab the product into the brush. Avoid shaking it off. Look straight ahead and create depth on the extra skin above your eyelids. Use the eyebrows as a guide to find parallels between the ends of eyebrows and blending of eyeshadows. Then take a small brush with a slightly sharper ends. Grab an olive shade and apply it on the black pencil. For the lids, use the emerald shade, especially along the lash line, to give an illusion of space. I recommend apply it with your fingertips to avoid fallout. Blend the edges one more time to prevent any fingerprints. Avoid use a blending brush, at least use a flat one and make tapping movement instead. At the end, apply a lightweight concealer or the same foundation you used before. Important: only do this if you have no green eyeshadow underneath your eye. In this case, it will look clear without any mess. Follow from the inner corner of your eye to the wing of your nose, then to the hairline through the highest point of your cheekbone. To be honest with you, it's not necessary to apply as much product as I do. I'm just aiming for more noticeable results. Use a synthetic brush for blending and clean up between the ends of your eyebrows and the eyeshadows to ensure a smoother finish. The olive shade is a great friend to peach tones. I apply this color slightly higher than the eyeshadow blending for a smoother transition because it complements our skin tone. This hack works well with the all difficult to blend eyeshadows. Don't forget to add a bit on your cheeks. A coat of mascara afterwards makes the lashes appear thicker and darker. The most important step is precise application. Look down and relax your eyebrows. This is a good option for preventing future wrinkles on your forehead. The golden shimmer is an accent in the inner corners using the small brush. And now take a look at the final result. Just look at these details. How beautiful is it? I'll also show you how quick this can be if you keep everything organized in your mind. Many of us tend to relax at the end, which can lead to smudging. With this type of makeup, avoid scratching your lids with the eyebrow brush. It will create gaps regardless of using Q-tip or the eyebrow brush. Please be careful and don't rush. At the end of the makeup routine, I decided to add a peachy shade of lipstick on my lips and remove any pinky shades. Let me know if you are interested in any specific tips and topics. I will check all comments below and film a new video for you next week featuring the most frequently requested topics.